This video is for my realtors and any salesperson, but especially those trying to sell real estate. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing for the last 20 years. I put my 10,000 hours in. I got the awards. I got the accolades. I made tons of commission checks. And I'm going to show you how to do that with working with buyers, because right now in this market, buyers are your friend. It is an absolute buyer's market, especially, all across the world, but especially here in the GTA, in Canada, in the US. It's a buyer's market. So you need to know how to work with buyers, how to get those contracts signed. And in this video, I'm going to show you just that. So you definitely want to watch this one. Let's get it. Buyers, those people that lie to you all the time. There's actually a saying in real estate: buyers are liars. That's what I used to hear anyway. I don't agree with it. I think buyers are just like anybody else that's looking to buy a big, purchase a big asset. And believe me, real estate is the biggest that they're going to buy. They're not lying. They're confused. And there's a lot of fear. And let's take some responsibility. There's a lot of crappy real estate agents out there that gave them paranoia on their next deal because they didn't handle the situation well. That realtor that they hired before actually left a bad taste in their mouth, So buyers aren't liars. Let's just get good and figure out a value proposition that they're going to really appreciate. Check this out. Most real estate agents, when working with a buyer, they don't get contracts signed. They just put them in the car. And then they get butthurt when that same buyer just goes direct to the listing agent or something like that at an open house. Well, you didn't train them and you didn't earn their trust. So I'm going to show you exactly how to earn their trust, okay? So before we can, get a contract signed in terms of a agreement of purchase and sale, and start counting that commission, we have to understand what buyers want. In this marketplace with AI, ChatGPT everywhere, Google, Zillow, House Sigma, Realtor.com, Realtor.ca, buyers can find inventory without you, the realtor. So what do they need from you? Well, you work with me and, I'm very trustworthy. I have a great ratio when it comes to closing. I'm a great negotiator. Ha ha ha. What? Stop talking about yourself. You are not the hero in this transaction. The buyer is. Start making them the hero. Stop talking about how good you are, how many houses you sold, how you're the best negotiator. No, you're not. Because a good negotiator doesn't talk about themselves. They talk about how to get to the end game. And getting to the end game, the first step of that is getting a buyer contract signed and not putting people into your car and wasting your Saturday afternoon showing houses when you could be spending that time at the gym, when you could be spending that time with your family, when you could be spending that time barbecuing, when you could spend that time prospecting. Stop putting buyers in your car without getting the contract signed. First step of getting the buyer contract signed so they're committed to work with you is this. You earn their trust, but before you earn their trust, you have to know what they want. What do buyers want? Buyers simply want options to inventory they can't find themselves. So instead of telling them you're the best negotiator, tell them this. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. I understand that you're looking for a home. And I'm also well aware you can find all these homes on the internet. You don't need me. But here's what I can offer you. I can offer you a list of homes that are not available on the marketplace. Actually, you can't find them, and you definitely can't get into the door without me. And what happens with these lists of homes that don't hit the marketplace, you have a better chance to get a deal because nobody else knows about them. Here's where I get my list, Mr. Buyer. I have a list of off-market homes because I talk to these people and I have a great list of them. I not only have a list of these homes, I have the addresses, I have the descriptions. Nobody else knows about these homes except for the seller and me. And if you choose to work with me, you will have a list of those too. But I'm not going to stop there. I also have a list of homes that have expired. Those are houses that used to be on the market but no longer are. But I know, and I have found ways to get them a hold of the seller or the agent that was selling those homes. And those are also available to us. I have access to homes that are being sold privately. Things that you might not see on the internet. We call them for sale by owners. It's pretty easy. They want to sell their house, without using an agent. And best of all, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, I have a list of foreclosures and power of sales. And when we meet, I will show you all these off-market properties, and I will go over exactly the banks and lenders that are selling the power of sales. So when can you meet with me? Do weekends work better, weekdays, or weekday evenings? Guys, that's the script. Now, before you can, give this script, you must have the data. You must have all these off-market properties, right? So I want you to go back to my online leads video where I shared with you guys this exact script on what to say to these online leads and how you're going to get off-market properties. Just a 30-second recap on that. When you're calling leads, you are prospecting. Okay. And these leads are usually buyer leads, but 50% of the buyers have houses to sell. And when you get to that point of the qualifying questions where you ask them if they have a house to sell or they're renting, or do you rent or do you own? And if they say own, you're going to ask them a little bit about their house. In that video, I showed you exactly how you're going to make that an off-market property. So you want to watch it. And if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, it costs you nothing to just go down there, click that button, subscribe, like, comment. Come on, y'all. We're giving you some fire. You know it and I know it. This ain't someone just begging for likes and subscriptions. I want to give this value because you know that I know how to sell homes, All right, let's get back to it. So here you are. You ask that prospect about the house that they have. You tell them, hey, Mr. Let's say the name is Frank. Hey, Frank, I see that you have this semi-detached home in Leslieville. Perfect. I prospect. Prospecting basically means I talk to buyers just like you, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. This is how we met. I'm doing this consistently. So you can imagine how many buyers I actually come across. If I happen to come across a buyer that is looking for a home that matches the criteria of your home that one day you want to sell, would you be offended if I contacted you? Would you be offended if I contacted you? And most people will not be offended. So what do you have? You have a list of off-market properties. Get it? Good. Now you're going to leverage that list to close buyers on contracts. So this is how you're going to do that. Before you can do that, you're going to get your list of off-market properties. You're going to get your list of expiries. You're going to get your list of for sale by owners. And then you're going to get your power of sales or foreclosures. Guys, you can find power of sales on your MLS. It's not that hard. You just got to be creative with your MLS. You got to know all the ninja tricks where you can just put in brokerage remarks or whatever, or seller under the seller search, put in all the bank names, TD, RBC, BMO, you name it. Put it all in there. And now you're going to get a list of homes that are available for sale from the bank. Those are foreclosure power of sales, y'all. Now, they're not all might be great deals because a lot of these banks are trying to sell at fair market value. But the point is you have them. So let's go over and I'm going to show you how to get this contract signed, okay? So you have all your stuff. You have your off-market property list. You pitch the buyer. Let's call the buyer Tim. Tim and his wife, Linda, come in to see you. Okay, you made the appointment. Now, this is how you're going to get the contract signed. First, you're going to go over my buyer consult. I have a buyer consult. If you hit me up on the video, you send me a comment, I'll send you my 4 or 5 page consult where it's going to go over everything they want in a house. It's all checked off for you. Is it a detached? Is it a semi? How many bedrooms? Plus, it's going to go after their financials. Guys, do not be afraid to ask for the financials, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to meet with them, say, okay, Tim, Linda, this is what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to I want to find out exactly what house that you desire. 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, then I go through my checklist. Then I go over their financing. 2 reasons I go over their financing, because A, I want to be working with people that are qualified. B, I want them to see me as a professional. When you go to a doctor, when you go to do your taxes, if you ever see a lawyer, they need information so they can diagnose the situation. So do you. Hey, how much of a down payment are you looking to put down, Tim and Linda? Okay, what do you guys do for a living? Okay, what's your combined annual salary? Hey, how's your credit? Boom, ask all those questions. It's in my buyer consult. Give me a comment, send me your email, and I'll send it to you. Now you do that part. Get that out of the way. Now you know what they want. Then I want you to open up the MLS in your boardroom, on your computer, wherever you are. At Starbucks, on Zoom, wherever you're doing this. You're going to open up the MLS and you're going to start showing them properties. So after you do your buyer consult, you know Tim and Linda want to be in Smithville and they want a 4-bedroom detached home near a good school. So you as a realtor, you already know which areas to buy in. They said they want a newer home. So you put all the criteria in the MLS. You do the exercise with them. Boom, boom, boom. You punch through a whole bunch of homes and you get their reaction. I really like that one. I really like that. Oh, that one's nice. Oh, that one's not good. Oh, I like that one. Hey, do you guys want to go see it? Not today, but we'll schedule a time. So let's kind of star, on your MLS, you can star everything that they liked. And now there's a method to my madness. Bear with me. You're getting their buy-in right now. You're getting their buy-in. You're getting them excited to see properties. Okay. Then you go over your off-market property list. How do you do this? I use it on my CRM. You can put it on an Excel spreadsheet. So on my CRM, I just pop into all those people that I prospect that have houses to sell, but they're not on the marketplace. I have them all labeled. Let's say you have 10 of them. I have hundreds of them, but let's say you have 10 of them. Now you're showing your prospect buyer that you're trying to convert into a client. You're showing them your off-market property. You showed them the properties available for sale on the MLS. Now you're showing them the off-market property list. Remember those people you asked, hey, would you be offended if I contacted you? Well, that's what you're doing. Mixing and matching. You're leveraging your work. So you show them that. Then you get into your expireds. Then you get into your for sale by owners. And this is the best. You should have these printed out. Have your power of sales foreclosures printed out. Show them. Say, hey, this one's for sale from TD. Flip the page. This one's from sale from RBC. Flip the page. This one's from TD. Hey, this is from a private lender. And then shut it on them. Not directly. Let them look. And then after they look, just say, here you go. Shut it on them. Now let's get back into role play. Hey, Tim and Linda, as you can see, not only do I have access to all the available houses on the MLS some of the ones that you picked out we're going to look at. When we decide to work together, I'm going to go through all these power of sales, my off-market property list, and I'm going to narrow down exactly what you want to find because my job is to get you a deal and make sure you have a smooth transition and you get into the house that you want to be in. Now they're seeing you as an expert. Now you are giving them a unique value proposition. See, you've done the expert things, went over their financials. Too many realtors don't even ask about their financials. They say, hey, go talk to my mortgage broker. Guys, I did this amazing video on mortgages and exactly how to do it. You got to watch that. You guys, there's so much value on this channel. You can become an expert just by watching this. Okay, so let's get back into it. Now, so let me kind of bring you back to speed. Tim and Linda, I've done everything. I've showed them all my off-market properties in terms of did the consult, showed them my off-market properties, got them excited to see some homes. Here's where we go next. Tim, Linda, As you can see, we're going to get a lot of these different properties. I have to start doing my work. I don't know where you're going to find your property. Could be the MLS, could be a foreclosure. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to start doing the works to find you the property that suits your needs. First, we're going to go see those properties that we kind of narrowed down. Which day works best for you? Saturday at 11. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go view those properties Saturday at 11. Let's say today is Tuesday, and I'm going to take the rest of the week to kind of book these showings for us, all right? And I'm going to even inspect those properties. So I'm not taking you into bogus properties. Some of those properties look good on picture, but I'm going to personally go and inspect them for you, so I'm not wasting your time. I know both of you have small children. You guys work at corporate jobs. Your Saturdays are really, really precious to you, so I'm not going to take you into things that I haven't inspected. Pause. Guys, do the inspections, all right? It goes a long way. Now they're saying, okay, this guy's a stud. He has off-market properties. He does work. I don't have to tell them I'm an awesome negotiator. I'm showing them. Okay, so I got the availability for showings. So now, next step. Tim and Linda, before we go into these houses, I would need your driver's license or any piece of ID. Guys, most people are used to showing some piece of ID to someone that they're working with. If they're going to go get a gym membership, if they're buying a car. Right now, they're in the process of buying a house. I don't know why we're afraid to ask for their ID. If they say, hey, no, I don't want to show the ID. Guys, I have a whole video on 7 steps to handle any objection. Watch it. Memorize it, okay? But, okay, so now you get their ID. Take a photocopy of it. You just say, listen, people that we're showing houses, I need to do the admin work of, so people know who's going into their house. And I also have to do all these things so I can give it to my brokerage and we're good to go, right? That's what licensed realtors, that's what professionals do. So you lead them, you're directing them. So now watch this. You went through the consult. You went through houses that they liked. You went through your off-market property list and how you get them. You got a commitment to show them houses Saturday 11. You got their ID. They're committed. Now you're a pro. Watch this. So Tim and Linda, we're good to go. All we need to do right now is just, I've got to disclose to you everything, how this works and how this relationship works of us working together. Look, I'm going to be showing you homes. At this point, you're not paying me anything. Guys, here in Canada, we're still negotiating. Sellers are still paying both sides. I know in the U.S., there's different ways, but you want to do it like this because if you don't have contract signed with buyers and there, you're even more trouble. So keep watching. All right. So Tim, Linda, this is what we're going to do next. I'm going to show you exactly what it is to work together. Here's me. Here's you guys. We're going to put your names here. Here's, the time frame I think that it'll take to find a house together. And here's how much I get paid from the seller. You guys, you don't pay me anything right now. You don't pay me anything. We're getting paid from the seller. But I need to disclose that to you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys know that. This is where you initial. This is where you sign. Boom. That's how easy it is. If you do this process right, 90% of the time, they're just going to sign. You're leading them. You're directing them. You've earned their trust. You showed them everything that they need to see. They know that you are working. Then you get the contract signed. Now you go and show them houses. Man, I'm telling you, this ain't something that I read from a book. I have had these hands in over 1,000 transactions, man. I've been doing this for 20 years. Not to mention the transactions my organization does here at EXP. We've sold billions in real estate together. Do this. Don't over-entrepreneur. Do exactly this, and I promise you, you will have a great career working with buyers that want to work with you. Look, Getting buyers is not hard. Getting the right buyers is hard. So if these guys aren't willing to commit to you, then don't waste your time. Go find someone that's going to commit to you. Hopefully you guys got this value from this video. Watch out for the video that I'm doing next. And if you're probably watching this week, I'm going to release this other one just the week right after. So now you can go ahead, after you get these buyers signed up on a contract, you can actually go and look at how you actually do the showings. How do you get them to like the house and do the showing so you can sign the agreement of purchase and sale? I'm not going to leave you hanging. Stay tuned. Give me a like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.